Little Fires Everywhere, Ratchet, Hawkeye, Gossip Girl, Severance. These are all television shows that have premiered on streaming platforms in the past few years that include LGBTQ+ characters. Surprisingly or not, this list is quite lengthy. It includes a variety of positive representations of sexual orientations and gender identities. Most of the television programs in this list have become staples in pop culture and have received many nominations and awards. But who is primarily watching this content? How are people reacting to seeing LGBTQ+ characters and actors on their screens? How is this content perceived? Let's take a look into audience reception of queer representation in film and television as we explore Pride on screen. When comparing today's representation of the queer community to decades prior, one can easily see how much progress has been made. Queer characters aren't shown in stereotypical or negative roles, nor are they solely used for humor that portrays the community in a bad light, as we explored in our first episode. Stories being told today are more authentic and grounded in reality. Just like every straight character, queer characters are multidimensional, have complex personalities, and are able to fit into various archetypes. And in doing so, they illustrate both the struggles and the triumphs of the community in every story in between. With this increase of positive representation in film and television, audience reception and acceptance of the community has also increased over time. Take, for example, HBO's The Last of Us, released in 2023. Based on an action-adventure horror video game released in 2013, HBO did an accurate translation from video game to TV series, taking some scenes and dialogue straight from the game. Living in a world where a mass fungal infection has left Earth's population in a struggle to keep their humanity, protagonists Joel and Ellie embark on a mission in hopes to find a cure. Now, this analysis won't include any heavy spoilers, but 2 episodes in this 9-episode series beautifully showcases queer characters and their stories. One episode's arc primarily focuses on Bill and his romantic connection with his partner, Frank. For an hour and 15 minutes, their story was told through intimate dialogue, beautiful music, and intense action scenes that reminded the audience of how much of their connection was at stake. Queer gamers and viewers said that this episode was an important moment for LGBTQ+ representation. This episode received 6.4 million viewers. In comparison, the pilot received 4.7 million, and the second episode received 5.7 million. The series has an 8.9 star rating on IMDb, but the 3rd episode was a victim of online review bombing as a result of homophobia. Although so much progress has been made, there are still groups and individuals that do not fully accept the LGBTQ+ community. According to a report from UCLA School of Law, from 1988 to 2012, United States approval of gay marriage increased from 11 to 48%. In 1970, the first gay pride parades were held in the United States, with other nationwide events as well celebrating the community. Since then, in the US, the first openly gay politician was elected, same-sex marriage has been legalized, and June was declared LGBT Pride Month. Society has become more accepting of the LGBTQ+ community, and an increase in representation in the media has been a reflection of this. Media plays an integral role in providing information, entertainment, and acting as a social model. It can strongly influence an individual's beliefs, their attitudes, perspectives, and identities. A study in television viewing reported that media plays a large role in influencing and inspiring young adults and children. Media can reinforce people's interests and motivate them as well. Although queer representation in the media can't fully influence an individual's predisposition, it can incline one to view other LGBTQ+ related content, ask questions, and serve as a tool for further education, which is why positive representation of the queer community in the media is so important. In another study looking at audiences' attitudes towards queer representation in the media, they reported that audiences were influenced by multiple platforms rather than just one. Although attitudes towards homosexuality differ from age, demographics, gender, and political orientation, they are socialized rather than intuitive. further justifying the importance of queer positive representation in the media. With more than 300 bills filed in the United States targeting the queer community in 2023, a call for positive representation is more important than ever. LGBTQ+ characters and their stories portrayed in movies and TV shows need to be continued to be shared as a list of TV shows and movies with positive representation grows.